Hello everybody, my name is Josh Birch and I'm coming to you with a free magic tutorial. This isn't really a magic trick per se, it's more of a mathematical topological puzzle. Don't worry, you don't need to do any math, but what's cool about this is if you follow along, then it'll feel like the magic is happening to you in your hands. If you were looking for Valentine's magic, this might not be the video for you. I made another video a few days ago that explains 5 tricks, that explains where you can find 5 tricks that you can perform for Valentine's Day for people that you don't know. You can meet people with magic like that, or you can perform magic for people that you do know and just show your love through magic. So go find that video. The link should be in the description below. And if you enjoy this video, I need you to like, comment, and subscribe. Go ahead and share this video so you can share the magic with other people. Without further ado, let's get into what you need. Okay, so all you need is a full sheet of paper. This is like 8.5 by 11 inches, some scissors, and some tape. Okay, you could also use glue if you'd like. We'll start off by folding the piece of paper in half lengthways, or hot dog style. So go ahead and do that. We'll then fold it again, with each end going into the center. This is creating guidelines for what we will cut in just a moment. So once you have it folded into fourths, you're going ahead and grab your scissors and start to cut along those guidelines. Each of these strips is going to be twisted into a magical object we call a Mobius strip. That's a loop with a twist in the middle so that it has some strange properties. To make the loop, we need to tape 2 of these together. And while you're taping, you want to make sure that you get as much of this break as possible taped together, because we're going to be cutting it in half. We want to make sure that there's still tape on the object afterwards. So I'm going to go ahead and tape it here. Martin Gardner is who I refer to as the Mobius strip king. He is a world famous magician and mathematician. He wrote for a couple science magazines and things, published a whole bunch of his ideas in books, and he created a whole bunch of applications for what we're going to do now, which is a Mobius strip. We're going to create a Mobius strip. So he created a whole bunch of things. This isn't really a magic trick per se, but there are magic tricks that you can do with Mobius strips. Most commonly, there's the Afghan bands, which I'll talk about in just a moment. To create the Mobius strip, we're going to want to turn the strip like this. See, it just has one turn, and then we're going to take the ends and we're going to connect them together just like that. We want to be careful with our tape again so that we cover that entire seam on both sides. Like I said, this is less of a magic trick and more of a puzzle that feels like magic. There are many magicians who actually have made Mobius strips into magic effects. One of them, most notably, is Blackstone Sr. He had a big Afghan band effect that he performed as part of his stage show for a long time. Alright, so we've twisted one loop here. It looks best if in the next one we twist it the opposite direction. So this one's kind of going like this, so we'll twist the other one the opposite direction. So yeah, that should be it. If you're interested in magic with Mobius strips, then I highly recommend you check out Gene Anderson's Newspaper Magic, which is available at Penguin Magic, or there's a really old book called, let's see, I wrote it down here. Well, the book's called Greater Magic, which is a classic, but it's by John Northern Hilliard. And these are really cool effects that you can do with paper or with material. And yeah, once you're done with this, you should have 2 kind of symmetrical Mobius strips. Okay. What's cool about these strips is if you were an ant and you started to walk straight along one side, then you could keep walking. Eventually you'd end up on this other side, and then if you keep walking, you'd come right back to where you started. It's kind of crazy. You can do a lot of cool things with these. What we're going to do is we're going to tape them together crossways like this. Okay, and we'll tape those just the same as we taped before. If you guys like this kind of paper topological puzzle magic trick thing, then I highly recommend that you check out Dan Harlan's Starcle. If you want to check out Starcle, Starcle is an actual magic trick, and it makes for a really good performance piece in like a stage show or close up or just impromptu. Very versatile that way. So you can see we've kind of got these two crossways, taped on crossways. I'm going to tape the other side so that we make sure that it doesn't fall apart. So once you are here, you have this kind of weird infinity sign. You have a Mobius strip over on this side, and Mobius strip over on this side, and then they are taped together in the center. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. Taped together in the center in lots of ways, okay? Now all that we need to do is cut these to make the magic happen. So believe it or not, these two loops, when I cut them, they will connect themselves like linking rings, and they will change into hearts. So check it out. You start cutting like this, you just got to make a hole right at first, and then you'll cut right down the center of the strip. You'll follow that up all the way through the strip until you come to that crossing in the center. It'll cut right through. Just continue cutting that strip. Like that, we have this weird loop-de-loop thing. We also need to cut this thick strip. So we'll do that, like so. That's why we taped it so well before, just so that all this will stay in contact. And once I cut this up, it won't look like much. That's why it won't look like much. It'll just look like two rings that have been linked together, which is cool. But if I shape them just a little bit, then we get two hearts. Two hearts linked together by love. There we have it. A mathematical, magical Valentine. So there we have it, kind of a cool mathematical, magical puzzle that you can perform around Valentine's Day. You can also just share this video and allow your friends and family to perform this and do it themselves, and the magic will happen for them. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope you have a great day. Great Valentine's Day especially. Thanks.